Dheeraj was previously the founder and CEO of Nutanix, a company he took public, and now the founder and CEO of another unicorn, DevRev. No wonder your team loves you. I think you have a lot of people who've been with you through two unicorns.
I think in leadership they say you shouldn't try to be liked. You want to be respected. But as a creator, you want to be loved. A lot of the people who are have-nots, who are sitting in the basement of infrastructure, sort of stack in IT, nobody cared for them. And we said, look, we'll elevate their lives, we'll give their nights and weekends back. We're starting with customer experience, getting to knowing what it means to bring product managers and developers together with support people. So AI provides that big opportunity. And even on the inside with employee experience, if we can say, what does it mean to unlock team intelligence through knowledge?
There's a lot of reservation around the ethics, job disruption, and governance around AI. How do you build trust into AI-led platforms?
Now the question is, how do you educate people about it? And the piece around trust and governance takes care of itself with good design and engineering. And the best companies out there who will really plow through all this fraud, but the ones who will come out of this are the ones who did an awesome job of not just latency and reliability and availability, but also on trust and governance.
Today we're joined by Dheeraj Pandey. Not new to most entrepreneurs. I think everyone follows your journey, Dheeraj, so welcome. Dheeraj was previously the founder and CEO of Nutanix, a company he took public, and now the founder and CEO of another unicorn, DevRev. So, two unicorns, one visionary founder. What's actually got you going? Is it the thrill of building something new, or is it the impact your products create?
I think in leadership they say you shouldn't try to be liked. You want to be respected. But as a creator, you want to be loved. As a mentor, you want to be respected. As an entrepreneur, you want to be respected. So this one is about, we built something so good that it actually improved somebody's life. We did this really well at Nutanix. A lot of the people who are have-nots, who are sitting in the basement of infrastructure, sort of stack in IT, nobody cared for them. And we said, look, we'll elevate their lives, we'll give their nights and weekends back. Let's figure out what that means. Yeah. And the same is here true for DevRev as well. We're starting with customer experience, getting to knowing what it means to bring product managers and developers together with support people. So a big focus for me has been, can you build things that people not just like, but love?
Your journey's been quite purpose-driven, yeah? And does that purpose go beyond business for you?
To me, business is a means to an end. It's the eventual end is to build great relationships. We tend to think of technology as the end in itself, but many a time it's really about thinking about their lives. And when I say their, I mean the end users, the grassroots users' lives. And the journey for me with AI, for example, is not just about being relevant, which is important. At some level, when I turned 45 in 2020, I'm like, I know very little about GPT. Vinod had asked me this question, like, do you know what this GPT thing is? Because he was an early investor in GPT with OpenAI in 2018. He was also an early investor in Nutanix. And I'm like, wow, I need to really keep myself current. So part of the AI journey is about staying current and relevant. But a big part is also understanding how difficult work-life balance has become. I think we are back to doing 80 hours a week again because of not just COVID and remote work, but the global destabilization, the competitive forces around us. Everything has created these 80-hour work weeks, which are very thankless. So I'm like, okay, what should be the real success for AI? is to see if it can give our nights and weekends back, and we can really bring back to 40 hours again in a way that's more productive, more efficient, more creative.
No wonder your team loves you. I think you have a lot of people who've been with you through 2 unicorns.
People ask me, why do you do companies? You asked this first question, why do you do companies? One of the big ones is creating personal wealth for everybody.
Yeah.
We can't change the world and make a dent like the way Steve Jobs had talked about. In our own little way, if we can do this for thousands of people, which we did at Nutanix, we had thousands of millionaires and hundreds of people who made multiple $1 million and so on. And a big part of that was, can we create some sort of freedom for them that they can actually go do things that they want? I think the fact of the matter is, I always looked at employees as customers too. They're not different from customers. And if you take care of your own employees, they'll take care of your real customers too.
Your previous company took 6 years to become a unicorn, which in itself is amazing. Yeah. DevRev now, less than 4 years, a unicorn. Yeah. So what has changed in your scale up journey? Like, what have you seen change? I mean, of course, the tech stack is different. Your team is different. Technology has changed and evolved. But what has really changed for you?
I think the big shift in tech has been really around cloud being something that delivered. Cloud delivered at scale a mall for developers where you could go and shop for anything and everything, with the security that if things don't go right, somebody will take care of it. Whether it's, when you look at retail stores and malls, it's just the ease of use and convenience that you actually get from there. So cloud delivered. Obviously, social media is delivered to a point where everybody's learning together. I mean, when a new announcement comes about AI, independent of which country you're in, you probably know enough from Twitter alone or LinkedIn alone as to what's going on. So I think there is collective learning that's going on. You don't have a bell curve of people getting to know things 6, 9, 12 months later. I think what's also changed is hunger. I think there are places that people are more entitled than other places. And it's a level playing field. I think the world is flat. We leverage a lot of that when we go hire people around the world. We have at DevRev, we have almost 600 employees, but we're in every continent except for Antarctica. And we realized that not just customers and innovators everywhere, but also hungry, humble, honest talent that's willing to make a dent and be a part of a startup and take risks and be entrepreneurial. That kind of talent is everywhere as well.
You're building AI-centric, customer-centric solutions for dev workflows. Yeah. But when you look at AI holistically in the context of your business, what gets you most excited about the problems or the opportunities and the possibilities AI creates?
So the big opportunity for AI is the alchemy of bringing sales records and support records and user records and cloud incident records and product and engineering records, all of that one place, plus all the documents that people have come to create, unstructured and structured together in one place. And now you're like, okay, how do we unlock the value of this? Both from the employee point of view and the customer point of view. Now, customers, they're like, okay, I dread to be waiting for a customer service person to pick up my call.
Yeah.
So there's already pain on the customer service side, So if AI can actually be a great sort of tool for self-service and do a really good job, then we can say we can only escalate things to humans when it matters. And it's a great way to test the quality of AI, the value creation of AI, by not just being software, but being a real companion and sometimes even a competitor to humans, So we looked at the fringe of the enterprise and said, look, there's massive number of transactions happening on customer experience side, customer service side, customer support side. If we can make that self-serve, nothing like it, with a great search experience, a great workflow experience where most things that have been requiring humans in the loop can be done through automation. I think great things can happen for customers. And companies that have bemoaned the fact that customer service has been offshored and outsourced, they can now really insource it and onshore it and say customer experience is a brand problem and we can't outsource brand. You know? So AI provides that big opportunity. And even on the inside with employee experience, if we can say, what does it mean to unlock team intelligence through knowledge, through discovery of things, through search? I mean, search, we all know of the last 20 years of search in our own personal lives, but it was never something that an enterprise could unlock with all its internal documents and internal data itself. So there's some big opportunities in making companies more productive, more creative, more efficient through search. Through analytics, I think we can. AI has a big opportunity to take natural language first thinking to the next level, and really create people with insights who are generalists as opposed to specialist people. And finally, I think workflows will get redone. And when I say workflows, the idea of automation is not the old world automation. It's bringing prescriptive thinking of code and programs. So there's a big opportunity to really bring this search thinking, this analytics thinking, this workflow thinking, and talk about agents that basically skip you having to hire a lot of people to do the same things.
Yeah. I'd love to do a separate chat with you, Dheeraj, around what you talked about. I mean, just the whole impact on the workforce, the organizations, but even at a national level from a socioeconomic standpoint for policymakers should be thinking about the power of AI to actually take away all of this insecurity around offshoring. Everyone wants to bring jobs back to their countries, right? And AI could be that enabler if done right. So hopefully the policymakers would actually listen more intently to what you're saying.
I think we overdid manual work, and it was good because it brought jobs to people. I think there is an opportunity to think of brand, think of how you bring local jobs again through tech and AI. I think it is a big opportunity to actually own the brand one more time, better than ever before, as opposed to look at it as a volume business and outsourceable sort of thinking around, oh, this thing can be outsourced because it's all volume, as opposed to value. Customer support to me and customer service to me is always been a profit center. For large brands, has always been a profit center. Brands are never perfect, but when they actually apologize and ask for forgiveness and really correct the problem that an end user was facing, has been a great opportunity for companies to establish brand that way, including repeat buyers and people who come back. So I foresee that AI could actually be that vehicle as well in this coming decade.
Yeah, it's interesting. You talked about how AI can be an exceptional companion, but also a competitor. Yeah. So on that point, there's a lot of reservation around the ethics, job disruption, and governance around AI. So, you have an inside view on this. How do you build trust into AI-led platforms?
So first of all, anything that is good also has a dark side.
Yeah.
Whether you look at all the way back to the discovery of fire to, even as recent as nuclear power and the internet and now AI. Now the question is, how do you educate people about it? And the piece around trust and governance takes care of itself with good design and engineering. The best companies that will survive this froth, because there's a froth in AI right now, are the companies that will say, okay, trust is not a compliance issue. It's not a checkbox issue. If you look at it as part of design, like the way Apple looked at trust as a part of design, they're like, okay, it doesn't matter whether FBI calls me or CIA calls me, it doesn't matter. Data is personal. And we will never break that trust that we have with our customers. That was engineered into Apple's culture and thinking. I think we have to look at AI trust and governance as not staid terms that I have to put a checkbox because I have a compliance person sitting on my head. But it's like, this is the way I'll get more business. And the best companies out there who will really plow through all this froth, because there will be a valley of despair and disillusionment in this. The markets will crash. Already have started to crash a little bit on the hype cycle here. But the ones who will come out of this are the ones who did an awesome job of not just latency and reliability and availability, but also on trust and governance.
Dheeraj, it's been absolutely lovely. I think you have encapsulated so many different elements of what I wanted to bring out. And I wish you the best.